Real estate agents, burnout doesn't come from long hours. It comes from running your schedule like an amateur. In this video, I'll show you how I run a multi-million-dollar real estate business, stay healthy, spend time with my family, and still outperform 99% of agents without burning out. And listen, I've built it, lost it, and started from zero again. This is the exact system that let me rebuild stronger, scale the #1 team in Connecticut, and launch a media brand that changed my life. Ignoring your energy management will cost you millions in lost deals. I learned this the hard way. Last year, I was flying from Florida to Connecticut every single week, running my team in one state, building a business in another. That kind of schedule will break you if you don't protect your energy. So here are my 3 non-negotiables. Early morning gym brings me clarity. I'm not trying to be the 5 a.m. guy, although I was the 5 a.m. guy at one time. This might be different for everybody. For me, if I don't start my day working it out, literally working it out, it's more of a mental thing than anything else for the body. I need to move. I need to get clarity in my day. I need to feel good and energized before I start with all the problems that are going to undoubtedly show up. I can handle them better. I can think through them better. My brain works when I work out in the morning. Early for me, when there's nobody around, is the best time to do this. Hydration and clean meals. Being consistent with what I take into my body each and every single day allows me not to even think about it. Whoa, what are we going to get for lunch today? I already know what I'm having for lunch. I'm having the same thing every single day. I'm doing the same thing every morning. For me, it's 3-4 waters before I even touch coffee. My wife's the opposite. I hope she's not listening to this right now because I think it's one of the reasons people slow down in the afternoon when they go right for the coffee first thing, have 1 or 2 coffees before they're hydrating the body. If you have a go-to, everybody's different. I'm not a nutritionist, but if you have a go-to breakfast that fully nourishes the body, rehydrates you, a go-to clean lunch, dinner can actually become pretty flexible, okay? It's not going to matter as much when you have that consistency and those building blocks to start their day. It brings me a great level of energy, being consistent with my meals, and I don't have to think about it. Sleep. For 10 years, I did 5 a.m. call, and people thought I never slept, and it's actually quite the opposite. Recovery beats fake hustle every single day. The truth is, I love my mornings. I love that time that I get early in the morning, but I go to bed really early. I mean, I'm going to bed sometimes before the sun goes down. I'm going to bed before my kids are in bed. I want that recovery time. If I can get 8 hours in a night, I'm taking it every single time. The level of clarity that your mind will have when you get good sleep and good recovery, you feel like you're taking that pill from the movie Limitless. You're like, all cylinders are flying, and it allows you to do your best work when you have that level of recovery. So everybody slips. When I slip, it shows fast. I'm shorter with my team. I'm sloppier in meetings. I'm slower in deals. The fix is simple. Reset hard. Gym, inputs, tighten the calendar, and back in flow. Energy is the most expensive deal you'll ever lose. Protect it first. Everyone gets their calendar wrong, and that's why you're exhausted. For years, my calendar looked like most agents. Random showings, back-to-back calls, zero recovery, total chaos. What changed everything for me was realizing that your calendar's the only thing you actually control. If it's not there, it doesn't exist. Want proof? I've recorded 377 episodes of the Real Word podcast, rain or shine, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Not at 10:30, not at 9:30, not bump it to Wednesday. Every single Tuesday, 377 weeks straight at 10 a.m. Why? Because it was a non-negotiable standing block in my calendar in perpetuity until the day we stopped doing the podcast. No matter what market chaos, client fire, personal stress is going on, that block never moves. That same discipline is how I run my business today. My calendar is a playbook for me, not a suggestion. Your results are not going to be guaranteed using this calendar, and yours might look different from where you are at this stage in the game. For me, mornings, 4 a.m. to 11 a.m., that's my revenue time. That's my production time. Midday, 11 to 3 p.m., meetings and collaboration. Afternoon, 3 to 5, follow-ups, admin, get it done. Evening, 5 to 7, family Shut it down, recovery. Your calendar should look like a game plan, not a crime scene. Chasing busyness is dead. Protecting your mornings is how you scale. Before real estate, I worked at a nuclear power plant. My days were on autopilot. Roll out of bed, wait for coffee, punch the clock, crack a beer at night. No structure, no purpose. When I got into real estate in 2011, the absolute bottom of the market in Connecticut, I knew that routine wouldn't cut it. My first year, I took on 50 listings. I made every seller one promise. You'll hear from me once a week. That meant 50 guaranteed calls every single week. To pull it off, I rebuilt my mornings. I woke up for the 5 a.m. call every day for a decade. The truth is, that's what scaled me from zero to the #1 team in Connecticut. It wasn't just hard work. It was owning my mornings like a CEO. Protecting your mornings is how you scale. If you want a $1 million business, run your morning like a $1 million CEO. Do this before your success turns into burnout. Last year, I was on a plane almost every single week, flying from Florida back to Connecticut, back to Florida, back to Connecticut to oversee the business. On paper, it looked like success, closing deals with the company, growing the brand, running a media company, but in reality, I started resenting it. I'd land exhausted, grind for a few days, I'd fly back drained, do it all over again. And that's when I realized something important. Burnout doesn't come from long hours. It comes from working without a system. That crash forced me to rebuild. I had to systemize the business so it didn't depend on me being in the room every hour of every day. The truth is, if your success requires you to run yourself into the ground, it's not success. It's a countdown to collapse. Burnout doesn't come from working too much. It comes from working without a system. You've been lied to about work-life balance. You don't need balance. You need integration. For 5+ years, I didn't touch a golf course, a game I absolutely love. I'm addicted to it. When I was building my team, building my real estate business, and grinding through a down market, there was just no time for it. And I don't regret that because those years built the foundation. Here's the shift. Once I had the systems, once I had structure, I stopped chasing balance and started designing integration. Today, golf isn't a distraction from work. It's something that is built into how I run the business. Deals get discussed between holes. Calls happen on the walks down to the fairway. I don't separate business and health and family. I stack them together. A scheduled dinner gets the same priority as a closing or a big deal I'm working on. A workout clears my head for sharper decisions. Golf isn't off time. It's part of the rhythm that keeps me sharp. Balance is dead. Integration is how you actually win. Ignoring calendar control will cost you the freedom you got into real estate for in the first place. You can build a multi-million-dollar business without sacrificing your health or family if you run your energy and calendar like a pro.